Ah, hello there. Welcome back. How are you all doing today? We have got another loadout today, another randomized chosen loadout from the website. We've got the Soda Popper, the Guillotine, and the Fan of War. Looks like quite a fun loadout. Not really the kind of thing I'd normally use, but all of these weapons individually, I'm sure, have some kind of purpose. I mean, maybe not the Fan of War, but I don't think I've actually used it a single time since they added on the crits whenever it would normally mini-crit thing. So Have I really not used this weapon in like 4 years? Okay, I haven't used this weapon in like 4 years, so you'll have to forgive me if I completely forget what it does. It does less damage and makes people take mini crits. I forgot that they added that extra bit on though. But anyway, yeah, I also made this nice little scout loadout. There you go. This is also the second part of the video. Look at this nice, posh, fashionable loadout. I really like the stock hat. Anyway, this is completely pointless. This has nothing to do with the video. We can just go and find a pub, and I'll see you there. While we're waiting, I've actually switched the shoes out for slightly different shoes. I didn't like how the other ones looked. They were a bit too bold and brash. And to be honest, they belonged in the trash. Just like me, but, you know, in the shoe form. Woolen. Alright, so I guess we've joined right at the start of the losing round on the blue team, which will be quite fun. It means, hopefully, we might actually be able to help our team do something, because they're down a round. And it means that we'll actually be contributing if we win here. But, I have to apologise, as with every video, apparently. I haven't been playing much of this video game lately. Oh, Woolen, why not? Couple reasons. One of them has been that I was away for a little while helping my young mother move house. It was very fun. I stole lots of furniture, as I'm intended to do. Came home with some rather good loot, if you will. In addition to that, I have been... What have I been doing? I have no idea, to be honest, but I'm here, right now at least. I've been continuing my stream, so it's not like I've been gone nowhere. I actually, finally, I've been saying it, I wanted to start doing it for a while, but I finally started Ocarina of Time speedrunning. I know, it's awesome, I love everything about that game, and speedrunning it is something I've always wanted to start doing. I've not been doing any runs, by the way, if any of you know anything about it. There's a bunch of different categories for Ocarina of Time speedrunning. I originally wanted to start learning glitchless percent, because I thought it would be easy to get into, but I ended up spending a 3-hour stream just learning tricks, and it was so fun. My friends and my dudes and everything. If you are bored for like a few hours and have access to like a soft-modded Wii or a legal ISO of Ocarina of Time that you yourself have purchased from Japan, give it a go. It's so much fun. It took me about 5 minutes to learn Navi Dive, which is a trick you use to get out of the forest at the start of the game. You basically just stand at the edge of the little white platform and talk to Navi after swinging your sword twice, and you get pushed down to the bottom of the pit. It's really fun, though. Anyway, I'm going on a bit of a tangent. It has nothing to do with the video game or what we've been doing, but we're on a 7k. It's you know, come on, it's Harvest Scout. It's not exactly going to take all of our brain cells to sit here and hit people with a guillotine. Come here. That's right. You call that a sword? This is right. It's the Fan of War. It's the true weapon of oh shit. Of murdering. Also, yeah, I say I haven't been playing much TF2. I also haven't been using these weapons, so I'm doing a lot better with the guillotine than I expected. I think the last time I've used it, and pretty much the only time I've used it, was when I was making that banned weapons follow-up video, and I think I was also playing Scout on Harvest at the time. But like, this weapon's a lot easier to use than I thought it was. Whenever I used to try using it with the Sandman combo, I'd always miss everything, but apparently now I'm just using it as its own separate weapon. It's not that bad. It's kind of just... You see, it's really quick. It's got a little bit of an arc to it, but it's nothing too bad. And the thing recharges so fast, so you can just keep taking shots and shots and shots. I need to pick up that ammo. I think I took the health. No, he's took the health. I need to run away. I don't want to lose my public game kill streak, unless I do. Come here. We're gonna use the other weapon. That's right. And get a bit of a health back from our medic. Where are you, friend? There you go. If you didn't know, by the way, the guillotine does roughly 90 damage over time. I think it does... I should know this. It does like 40 to 50 damage on the initial shot, and then like 40 damage. I think it's 50 damage on the initial shot and 40 over time from bleed, which is nuts. This thing recharges in what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 6 seconds? That's nothing. 6 seconds to charge for like a long-range spam weapon is insane. If you ever see like a sniper standing still, don't even bother running up and shooting him with your scattergun. It's probably faster just to see him, shoot him with a guillotine. There's a pirate coming in here. You see I can get him with that? Shoot him with a guillotine, then run away. Thing is just spammable as all hell. And also, if you didn't know, of course you do, this is the Fan of War, but the thing allows you to two-shot heavies with meat shots. I personally don't see any reason in using the Fan of War outside of Man vs. Machine, where obviously it's the preferred melee these days, no longer the Sandman. It's been many a year, I think, since people used the Sandman in MVM as the main scout melee. That was like when it came out, everyone was like, oh, you can mark people with the ball, that means that it's the best one. Oh, come here, Spy. You can also track spies while they're invisible with it sometimes. It's a bit dodgy. Spies in general are a bit dodgy. The whole mechanics, none of it ever works. But, you don't know I'm here, do you? The marked for death sign sometimes travels above their head while they're invisible. I think it's intended to. When it doesn't work, I think that's the bug. But it's a bit buggy. It's also that, and if you headshot an invisible spy with sniper, you do 120. With the old ambassador, you do about, I don't know, 80 or something. It's a 20% damage down on the invis, so I guess they'll do about 81, maybe. I don't know how it's rounded. But anyway, yeah. The critical hit, exclamation mark, green text, larger than symbol, will follow the spy while he's invisible. So the Fan of War, if you're really having trouble with deterring a spy, you can Mad Milk them or Fan of War them, and it's... Oh, random crit. Wait, that thing does random crits? It must have been at the end of his shield charge, right? Because I could swear they got rid of random crits. Oh, heavy! Jeez almighty. I've never seen that. My left click was like stuck into him. That was terrifying. I thought my tablet pen got stuck on him. Speaking of tablet pen, by the way, I've been playing more Osu late. I guess that's where all my time's been going. I've been playing Osu. You might have seen that video I posted the other day in your feed. Probably didn't watch it. I mean, admittedly, it probably makes absolutely no sense to anyone who doesn't play the video game. It's a rhythm game and you click on circles in time roughly to music. It's questionable if you want to call it a rhythm game or not at this point, but the video was basically just me showing off because I felt like I'd made big progress. In that video game, there's a lot of different factors that judge what the circles look like on your screen, and I'll give you the basically short of it. The video was showing off that I managed to pass a map with a decent number of misses on the highest possible approach rate, which is roughly 300 milliseconds, I think, from start to finish. It's very difficult. Most people can't do it without loads and loads of practice, so I've been practicing that. I don't know why, it's not remotely a useful skill. I guess it is in a sense, actually, because before I started playing that video game a lot, Osu, I used to have an atrocious... I think I used to have about 1.5 times the average... What's the word? Reaction time of people. It's like what, 300 milliseconds, something like that, 250. I used to have a reflection speed... That's not the right word. My reflexes used to be shit. I can't think of the right way to say it, but I used to be awful. And I tested it again the other day on one of those sites where you press, like, the green... You click when the green light shows up. I have about, like, a reaction time of, like, somewhere between 0.2 and 0.25 when I'm tired. I have yet to test myself when I'm, like, awake and playing Osu, but I'm imagining... It's improved. That video game's actually probably, in some ways, horrifically handicapped me. My eyesight's going... My hands are going. Everything's gone wrong. It's not good at all. I think I actually need to go to the eye people. What are they called? I know they're called Specsavers, but what are the eye doctor? Eye boys? I don't know what they're called, but I probably need to pop in and say, hello, I can't see anymore. Could you give me nice glasses? I think I'd look nice in glasses, and also maybe I need them to see. Because Jesus Christ, Osu, it destroys your eyesight. Like that AR-11 stuff especially. You are focusing your eyes so hard on these bright little lights on your screen for so long, like hours in a day. It can't be good. You know how, like, your parents tell you off, or used to tell you off if you spent too long on a computer? Because, like, you know, the screens are too bad for your eyes. Really? Flamethrower, alright. Like, this is like that, but on steroids. It's not just you sitting staring at a TV screen, it's you focusing intently on white flashing lights, and then, like, reacting to them and following with them in your eyes. It's awful. I think my reaction times is, like, doubled. My eyesight's halved. When did I pass my driving test? It must have been, like, a few months ago now. It took me a fair few tries. It's embarrassing, but it took me a lot of tries. I eventually got through it. I powered through. Jesus Christ, was that horrific experience over. I was so happy. I think... Okay, there you go. Here's a short little tangent. It took me a couple of years, on and off. Very demoralizing to, like, constantly fail my driving test. It was always one failure. I'd always do one thing wrong, and it wouldn't be anything particularly big, just like a small minor mistake that ended up being a major, and it was very depressing, to be honest. But I kept at it. I felt pretty good that I was keeping at it. It made me feel like I was accomplishing something, that even if I was failing, the fact that I was able to pick myself up every time, even if I took a bit of a break, was pretty good. Admittedly, if I hadn't have taken so long break between some of my attempts, I might have passed a bit sooner, but that aside, when I finally passed, eventually, I was like, holy shit, I've got no money anymore. I spent it all on driving tests. And the other one was like, I questioned, I was so used to getting the failure at the end, that when the man turned around to me and said, well, I've got good news, I didn't actually know what he meant. I didn't understand. I actually genuinely asked him, like, what do you mean? Are you sure? Is there something gone wrong? What went wrong this time? Was it the traffic lights? I was a bit slow, I know. But he was like, no, you passed, and you had like, I think I had like 2 minors. And I was like, holy shit. I didn't say holy shit, but I like mentally could not comprehend what happened at the time. I think I just didn't speak for the next like half an hour. I was trying to take it in. But every driving test you take in the UK at the start, they make you look at a license plate on a car, just to see how good your eyes are. And I noticed, because they always did like the same car at this place, after a while I couldn't actually read it anymore. Probably not the best thing to admit that my eyesight's gotten that bad, but I'd seen that car number plate so many times, I'd memorized the number plate, so I could roughly guess, yeah, that's definitely an X and not a C, that's definitely an L and not an I. And I realized, like, my eyesight's degenerating. I'm turning into like a lump of human skin and muscles and stuff. I'm no longer capable of functioning as a being. Unfortunately. Not much of a disimprovement from before, to be honest, but don't do that. He's staring at me. But yeah, I realized that's gotten pretty bad. I'm wondering, do any of you like know anything about eye doctoring stuff? Because when I went to go visit my mum, she did ask me, hey, do you want to go to like the eye doctor while you're here? You phoned them up and there was no appointments ready. Well, anyway, that'll be the end of that tangent. There's not much more left on that. Just me complaining that I don't work anymore, but that'll be the end of the video, I guess. Nice short old commentary to say, hello, I'm not dead, I'm still here, I guess. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, do let me know, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye. That was a nice commentary. I enjoyed that.